Hello, and we are back for another Open Warlords development stream. Since last stream, I released the map pack, which up onto GitHub. And yeah, so all 30 maps are up on GitHub. And let's see what we're going to do tonight. So first up, let's get our development environment set up. So we're going to get a VS Code. And I need to change. I was just working on some Warlord 2 stuff. So we need to get out of this. And we are going to open up Corb, which is our Open Warlords Redux development file. And we also need a GitHub desktop. And up here I need to change back to Corb, and we are on main branch for Corb, since we do trunk-based development for this system. For Warlords 2, I'm doing a bunch of branch stuff to fix some bugs. Here at Corb, main branch. Okay, so our dev environment is now set up. Let's get our patch notes ready for today. It's going to be 7.2. Okay, now let's pull up Discord and let's make our to-do list for tonight. Let's zoom this in so you guys can see it. Okay, first thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a review of the audits, because I remember the loadouts. We're going to do an audit of the loadouts. Because last week I remember I think Blue 4 Titan AT is the wrong color or something. So I figured, you know what, if we're going to fix a few things, we're just going to batch fix as much as we can at once. So we're going to do a audit of loadouts. To do that, we are going to go through, spawn every single loadout for both teams, take some notes, and then just do one huge fix-a-palooza of loadouts. So that's because we're going to have to look up configs and stuff, that's going to take us a little bit of time. But then to do, we are going to fix this one. We're going to incorporate this from up here. We need to fix system chat, the message of the day system. We need to make that remote execute. To do add, did we do this last week? Add map markers to the backend. I did not. Okay, so we need to go into the backend logging, the dialog, to do fix dialog to include world name. So we've already come up with our switch case for world name last week. We're just going to add that to the dialog to help out the admins on a server to get a message about which servers being which maps being played on. Then to do, we're going to do a full refactor of the carrier system we were using last night. I think I could eventually get that system working, but I found a much better way to do this. I was doing some research into Arma 3 spawning. So to do, and I'll show you right here. We're going to use Model 2 World instead of trying to do the relation, in relation to, because that was just probably not going to work. I probably could have eventually got it working, but it was too much work. My initial thing I was worried about using this Model 2 World was I was worried if I rotated the carrier, like if I had a carrier sitting at 180 heading, that on another map, if that same carrier was sitting at 090 heading, that the aircraft would spawn incorrectly on top of the carrier. That's why I was trying to do a relationship to the model. But it turns out this Model 2 World is a relationship to the model. So my offsets here are going to be X, Y in relation to the model. So I thought these were like world coordinates, which is what I thought would break. So this system should work. All I got to do is just set the parking spots as offsets from the Model 2 World. And this code is also very efficient. Instead of all those checks I was doing. So I forgot to copy it. So there's going to be a lot of trial and error to get these coordinates correct. But once I get the coordinates correct, it should be universal across all carrier models and all maps. And regardless of sea level, because the reason I came up with this was also because I was trying to use ASL, and then I realized, what if someone places a carrier below the middle of the model below sea level? Then it's gonna like maybe throw a divide by 0 or something. I mean, all kinds of things could go wrong depending on the placement of the carrier. So this should be correct regardless of sea level. So, whoop. Okay, and those are our things for this patch. That'll probably take up a couple hours doing all this, and I want to save some time after stream to work on maps a little bit. If I can get this aircraft carrier system working, I want to port it over to all the other maps and try to get it all up on the server at one time, just because it's easier to batch that stuff together. So there we go. So first thing we're gonna do, we got to start up Steam. Steam. Wow. I think we're only like a week or two away of development before we hit 7,000 hours. Cool. Yes, 7,000 hour Andy. Okay, so let's go to editor, Altus, and I'm gonna pull Discord up here. So anybody ends up popping into chat, sorry I won't be able to read your chat message while we're taking notes here. Korbelz. Crazy number of missions. Okay, plays multiplayer.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Got ourselves plenty of money, and now let's just go through all of these one at a time. Okay, squad leader.
Selected.
Okay, so the squad leader is missing a backpack and a first aid kit. Let me. Okay, so squad leader needs backpack and FA. Is there anything else we see going on with this? I think. Okay, I'm cool with leaving that as is. Okay, medic. Okay, happy with the medic loadout. Engineer. Okay, so the backpack that the engineer has is the backpack we need to give all the blue for dudes. Like if we give them an extra backpack. So kit bag, MPT, okay. Yes, 2 toolkits, okay. We can fix that. Alright, engineer has 2 toolkits. So I'm willing to bet I know what happened here. So I think there's an engineering backpack in the config files that has a toolkit already in it. And he probably also listed the toolkit, so toolkit's being placed twice. Because that's what we had, that was the same error we had last week with the our heavy AT guy. I was using this anti-tank backpack, and this anti-tank backpack is actually preloaded. It's preloaded with these Carl Gustav rounds. So all of them only have 1 first aid kit. So we're just gonna have to add a first aid kit to all of them. Anti-air. Okay, so this anti-air guy has the wrong backpack. Okay. Okay, and this is the sand. Okay, so this is the color we need for the AT, heavy AT. Okay, I more or less know this outfit is good because I copied it from Miller Edition. Okay, so the AT guy needs a different backpack and he needs a different AT. Okay, so heavy AT. Fixed backpack. And AT color. Sand. Okay. Sniper, I think this is good too because we copied this from Miller Edition. So, and you can't see his backpack, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's go jump onto red side.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh no, did I get a night spawn? Got a night spawn. Yep. Well, yeah, I'm not waiting 10 minutes. That was unfortunate.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Yay, I can see. Okay, let's give this guy some money. Right, so red team, all four. Sell, backpack, first aid. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of the same. So filled hex is going to be the backpack we give for oh, okay, why does this guy have a way bigger backpack than everybody else? Okay, so yep, same thing here. So the engineer has 2 toolkits and backpack too big. Oh, I gave this guy the correct backpack. Nice. Oh, this guy already had the right backpack. Okay. So I'm thinking the engineer should probably have the same vest as the other guy. Tack vest. Well, this is the same backpack as all his buddies, so seems fair. Okay, so we need to swap his backpack out and his launcher. Both need to be hex. So for heavy AT, the hex backpack and hex launcher. And the sniper is going to be good because this is just copy and paste. Oh, nope. Let's give, just for completeness sake, we're going to give him the same backpack. Okay, there we go. I got the entire list of stuff I need to do. Let's go get it done. I have multiple. Okay. All right. Minor improvements. So, squad leader. Engineer. Anti-air. Heavy. AT. Sniper. Save that. And let's go find our loadouts. Yeah, okay, so we're up here on the blue. We're up here at the engineer. Okay, let's just go down the list instead of messing around explaining things to you guys. Okay, so I need, first thing we need to do is backpack. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look this stuff up. Kit bag, which we're gonna use the assault pack, right? Assault pack, okay. Okay, so it's M camo is the one. Okay, so now the engineer does not have the engineering backpack. And the squad leader has a backpack. I'm gonna take this, we're gonna put it on the Op4 guy. Then we're gonna change his salt pack to BO camo. Alright, here we're gonna add a second first aid kit. Okay, so both squad leaders done. And now I need to take this salt pack M camo. Go down our list here and give it to the rest of our boys. So it's O engineer. I think I'll leave the light anti-tank because that's how he's getting his ammo. And I'll leave this guy as AA. Field pack black, that is fine because it matches his outfit. Okay, so this guy needs that. And I don't think all those Titans are going to fit, so he'll probably be short one Titan. We'll have to double check, make sure it doesn't fall on the ground. Okay, now let's go grab the correct backpack for the Op4 guys. Okay, the Op4 meg's going to keep his mech bag. Op4 engineer. Getting rid of that. He has a toolkit right here. The Op4 AT has the light AT, so we'll let him keep that. I just realized these are all have a B prefix in front of them. Oh, that's for bag. Okay. And next up, we got to add first aid kits to all the guys. Okay, the medic has plenty of med packs. In fact, I think the medic has 2 med kits. Yeah, so let's replace those with 2 first aid kits. I'll have to jump in a game and double check to make sure the med kit. He has a med kit in his backpack, not his vest. Okay, and the squad leaders both have. Okay, let's jump in a game and test this. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Forgot to change launchers and stuff. Let's go back to our list. Okay, so we fixed the squad leader backpack and first aid kit. We fixed all the backpacks. So we need to fix the AT color. Okay, I might be able to, I'm gonna kind of cheat here and see if I can, what I'm gonna do is go to the AA guy. And I'm going to try to so it's B tighten F. B tighten F. Okay. So I'm going to change the I to a B. And in theory, that is going to change that. And here on the op4, we're going to change the B to an O. And for the op4 engineer, I need to give him this tac vest khaki. So we're going to go op4 engineer. Op4 engineer, give him khaki. Let's check the blue for engineer. Chest rig. V carrier geo plates. Okay, so V carrier ML plate is going to be the let's go make sure all the other blue 4 guys have the same thing. Nope. Okay, we unified all the vests as well, so there's no advantage or disadvantage vest-wise to any particular loadout. So we've baselined everything. Everything should be kind of universal about these kits. Which means now that everything's the same in the future, if we want to make any adjustments, we'll have a solid baseline and a reason to make the adjustments.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Did I give them too small of a backpack for Blue Fort? I think I did. Okay, well, I should just go back and fix this right now, because that pack's smaller than the Op4 one, I think. Let's go check the Op4 real quick.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
I think I want to give them a one size bigger backpack. I thought that was the slightly larger backpack. Get another night spawn. Holy cow, it is completely pitch black dark. Okay, I never added a backpack to the... Oh. Loadouts. Okay, yeah, we need to add a bigger backpack. That's no bueno. That is no good at all. It's better than no backpack, but I'd rather have a much larger backpack. I don't want like the full-size huge backpack. Those get kind of abused pretty bad, but okay, so it looks like the tactical pack is what we want. So tactical pack. Let's do this one at a time here. Okay, blue HT. Blue diver. Light AT. I'm gonna let these guys keep their little salt packs. I wonder if this is medic thing is just like a... Because I don't see this anywhere in the list. Oh, I see. It's all the way down here at the bottom. Okay, so yeah, these are... Yeah, I don't see MPT for any of these pre-made loadouts. Okay, yeah. I just went through all the backpacks. Yeah, there's no bigger size backpack for the pre-mades. Squad leader done. Medics don't need it. T's, we're going to let them keep their pre-made backpacks. AA, we're going to let these guys keep their pre-mades. Divers, don't need. Heavy AT. Sniper, we're going to adjust his backpack. Yeah, let's go check out what we made in game because the wiki does not have pictures of this stuff, so literally the only way for me to see what we made was to jump in a game.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next.
Oh yeah, that's much better. That was the backpack size I was looking for. So this backpack's a little bit bigger than the basic backpack, so you can carry more stuff. But not so huge that you carry around, 3 AT missiles and stuff. Okay, this guy should have a singular toolkit now. And 2 first aid kits. Sweet. Right? There we go. Yeah, I have the correct launcher. That's interesting though. So he has room for another missile in there, but so I think that loadout system won't put a missile into the backpack. Why is there one in there though? That's fine. He has 2 AT missiles. That's 2 AT is enough to do some damage. Okay, this guy's missing a first aid kit. It's because I didn't put him on there. Okay, let's go do a quick check of...
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh, there we go. Let's make sure he has 2 first aid kits. He does. Okay, if that worked, then I'm just going to assume everything else worked. So clearly nothing's broken. So our commit message is minor improvements to following loadouts. Then I'll just stick all the loadouts in the description. Okay, here we go. Item 1 is checked off our list. Okay, next up, we need to fix the system chat message of the day to make it a remote execute call. So I will take a quick AFK and we will get right back and we will start working on fixing the system chat. Okay, I am back. And I forgot to put my earbuds in. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so we need to go find our system chats. Here we go. So this is the style I need to do. You must unlock UAV and equip anti-air and load out to fly it and remote execute system chat but let's look up super fast. I need Arma 3 wiki. Something I want to check about remote execute. I think there's a way. I think right now I'm blasting it out to all the clients when I do it. What is structured text? Interesting. You can't use hyperlinks and stuff using remote execute. I did not know that. Okay, so by not including anything after system chat, I'm executing this globally. Okay, so there's no reason to do that. System chat 0. So we'll what in the world is this? I have literally no idea why this is in here. Whatever, we'll clean that up later when I'm doing the carrier stuff. Ah, here we go. Spawn units. So this is the thing I need to fix. So this is the fun part. I need to get all this over to other side here. So let's just start a new thing here. Okay, and I can delete that 0 there. I need this to, this should work. Funny thing is there's no real way for me to test this without uploading this to GitHub and starting up my test server, and I don't care that much. Like, this is such a minor thing. I'm happy to just test it locally here.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, and when this vote completes down in the bottom corner, we should see a bunch of information about what mission I'm playing on, what server, what mission, and what map.
Sector selected.
Interesting. It did not display. I'm confused right now. Do those kind of messages not display when you're... Hang on, let's test this real quick. You must unlock UAV and equip it anti-air loadout to fly it. Right? I need to go check some log files real quick to see if the other part of that code ran. Okay, the current mission is Al Korb on server Ty the Dird. Error when executing remote system chat. Wrong nug army is passed. 4 must be either 1, 0, 1, or 2. Error when executing. Huh, why would it say that? Oh, okay, time to do some investigating. Let's go. So I wonder if I completely change this. So let's look up system chat super fast here. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to convert this system chats. Convert this entire thing, this entire string, system chat string, into a variable. Okay, I'm just going to YOLO this. Info text. Info text equals. Then I'm just going to have this remote execute info text. I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work, but info text should be set to this string right here. And then that entire thing will just get passed through a remote execute system chat. So in theory, it should display, but I honestly have no idea.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Should probably also make this side chat. Because I think if I allow this to be system chat, which is global, the teams will be able to see.
Sector selected.
Okay, I am befuddled at this point. I am so incredibly mega confused why system chat is giving this error. Let's try it like that. So let's do something really, really, really simple. See if we can get this to work. So this is the simplest possible way I could do this. It's just a straight string being passed to remote execute through system chat.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Sector selected.
Okay, so that works. In Warlords, just a straight text works. All right. So now let's change that up. So let's see if the passing the variables in is what's So it seems like an
Warlords
incredibly
protocol
strange
initialized. Voting for the next sector.
limitation to have for remote execute. Like, I can't have a variable text message pass into remote execute. That's
Sector selected.
yeah, sure enough, that's the issue. You can't have like dynamic text. Oh, well, that's awkward. Yep, that's the problem. So how to get around this? So let's try something really silly here. Let's change it to side chat. I'm reading about structured text here to make sure we're not passing. Okay. So we're not passing structured text into. So I think what we may end up doing is, if this doesn't work out, we may move it up here to this section. So I think this server Discord, because remote execute, I don't think is grabbing the server Discord. That might be a potential problem here too, because I was just reading remote execute wiki and it says it executes. It can execute in like an unscheduled environment stuff. So it may not be grabbing these variables from the server Discord, because the other stuff it's able to grab in real time, and the server Discord variable it may not be able to grab. So a solution for that would be to move it to the switch case. Yeah, I would just literally move it right inside the switch case, but okay. So let's try that. So first let's try side chat, see if we can fix that, but I don't think side chat is going to fix it. I think removing the Discord link is probably what's going to end up fixing this.
Initialized. Voting for the next sector. Sector selected.
Okay, so yep, system chat has the same problem. So now we are going to test this out real quick. So I'm going to remove that variable right there. And we're going to remove server Discord. And now we should, at the bare minimum, get a different. In fact, I don't need that 0. That's. You know what? I don't think this actually that setting. So now that I think about it, I don't think, because I'm remote executing this on all clients, I have a feeling it's just going to put it in side chat instead of both. When both either team triggers it, it's still going to. So you can, in remote execute, you can specify side, but I have no way to get side, as we can see, since this is being run in the sector spawn units. So yeah, we're actually probably better off just leaving that as system chat. Okay, let's load this up real quick and see how it's going. I actually have pretty high hopes for this working.
Warlords protocol initialized.
Because I
Voting for
really
the
think it
next
was a
sector.
Discord variable that was messing it up. Just because the way remote execute runs.
Sector selected.
Huh. Wonder if you can't pass variables to it at all? That seems so strange. So there's definitely some kind of functionality that we don't fully grasp here of remote execute. Yeah, time to do some investing in Discord. I think we maybe have hit something that's either not documented correctly or... Okay, I just put that error into Discord. That brought up nothing. So time to go to the old school BI forums. Wow, there's nothing about this error. Like, are we the first person ever gets this error in history? I don't think I've ever Googled a Arma error and never found anything about it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna be reading through yeah, for real. I'm not seeing anything about this error message. I'm so confused. It's really confusing on the wiki here because so many people are writing missions that seem to be for single player and they're not remote executing them. So like format right here. So does that mean if I just do, hang on. Then I have this run info text. Composes a string containing other variables. Oh. Okay, let's give this a try. Yeah, maybe the game agent thinks I was trying to pass those variables into remote execute instead of passing the entire string into remote execute.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next
That's would be kind of
sector.
funny if that was the error. So literally all I did was just reformat my system chat from earlier and didn't ever think to add the format command to it.
Sector selected.
Boom, got it. That was it. Okay, so I was just missing the format command. It thought I was passing all those variables into remote execute, whereas that wasn't actually my intention. I was thinking they were all like compiled kind of real time. Wait, did that show the wrong Discord? Oh, no, it didn't. It was the correct Discord. Okay. That was easy. So we were on the right track with this info text. I just needed to convert these variables into a string using the format command. Easy peasy. Okay, let's get that up to Discord. Or get it up to GitHub. Add a dynamic message to the day system that displays. Oh, we should add a world while we're here, huh? So we're gonna do this real quick, and we're gonna add a and it says world name. Turns the name of the world, currently loaded world. Sweet. Let's just test this super fast. Mission name, server name, world name, and server Discord. This displays, what is it? Let's copy all this, I'll reformat it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go double check to make sure this is working super fast.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Sector selected.
Okay, current mission is Alcorb on test server Tyler Durden. And Altus. Probably reformat that a little bit. Alcorb running. Should just make it a straight. It's easier for people to understand. Current mission is Alcorb, server, give the server info, and map. Okay, so we know this works. I'm happy pushing that to GitHub. Commit message is going to be added the dynamic message of the day system. We really didn't add it, we just kind of improved it. And commit to made. Okay, so let's go over here to Discord to get that checked off. Okay, so next up we need to fix the dialog to include world name. Okay. So that's the exact same code, so we just need to mission is, we're going to change this, fix this formatting as well. Map, and this is literally just a repeat of what is above, but this is loaded in the back end of the mission in the dialog or the RPT file to help the admins like me when I'm watching the console. This lets me see what sector, like what map is being run. Because when I'm watching the console, players play via the console, because I'll just keep the console up for the test server on one of my screens while I'm doing other things, and I could just watch all the stuff happen via the RPT file. And I can't tell what map people are playing. So, like, I have to scroll all the way back out to the mission init to see what map people are playing, which is kind of annoying. But with this, I'll be able to see in real time which map's being played.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Sector selected.
Okay, so now we go over here to our RPT file. And here we go. Current mission is Alcorb server. That's our local test server. Map Altus. And this is what will show up when I'm looking at the console. Yay. Adminning made easy. That just vastly improved my quality of life right there. Best change ever. So occurring, how do you spell occurring? Boom, that is done. Okay, so now our technical work for the night. We're going to go back to the aircraft client request. This behemoth of a code. I almost just want to delete all of this and start over, but I'll try to fix this here. Okay, so right, I think I can get rid of all these middle. Get rid of that. That. So the lines I'm getting rid of right now are all the lines we were doing to mess around with the z-axis. I think I could just scrap all of that. Okay, so now I have 4 carrier park positions, and I'm going to change this get relative position to get, we're going to change this to Auto 2 Worlds. And once I test this code a little bit, I'll clean all this. I'll go through and clean all this formatting up. So, okay, so for the sake of testing here, I don't want them all spawning at 0, 0. So I'm going to do, you are going to be 10. So this is 10 in the X. This is going to be a positive 10 in the Y, but 0 on the X. This guy is going to be a negative 10 on the X-axis. This guy will be a negative 10 on the Y-axis. So what I've done is I've now separated these guys out on each of the major axes. So this guy's plus 10, 0y. This guy's 0x, plus 10y. This guy is negative 10x, 0y. This guy is 0x, negative 10y. And they're all 35 feet above the deck. In fact, I could actually bring back that carrier deck. Deck equals 35. And I'm going to use that just so I don't have to go through and modify every single... Because later on, if I want to add a bunch more parking spots, I don't want to have to go through and constantly edit the z-axis every time I want to test this. So, like while we're here, let's just clean all this code up. All right, so the biggest thing we have to debug now is going to be this carrier deck height. And then it's just a matter of fiddling with these X and Y numbers to get the stuff in the spot that I want. So, but for now, I think tonight we're probably going to end up leaving like this, because I know there should be 10 meters apart from each other. Then maybe next week I'll go in and fine tune these, but tonight we're really concerned about carrier deck height. And we'll do our testing the exact same way we did the other night, where I was teleporting myself out to a Castro and then just watching the spawning from Castro.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, no whammies. Let's go. Okay, he spawned under the deck. So let's jack that up to... Spawned in the middle of the aircraft carrier. That's actually really, really good. So all we got to do next is just figure out this height. Actually, just for the lulz, we're going to set that to 100. Because I want to make sure this is actually modifying that value right there. Because it may have spawned him at 10, 0, 0. And I just didn't realize it. So we're going to spawn him way above the deck. So we're 100% sure 100 is going to be like way above the deck. He'll fall onto the deck. And that'll tell us that this variable is actually modifying that value right there. Because I never trust SQF to do what I think it's going to do.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Yep, there he goes. Okay, so we spawned them way above the deck, so we know that value's getting modified, which is exactly what we wanted. And since we know 35 was too low, but 100 was way, way, way above the deck, that also gives us a good ballpark of what height we need, which is probably going to be close to 40.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, so 40 is actually too high. Interesting. What happens if I spawn another one? Oh, that's funny because they're so close to the. Because it has the direction thing where they always face the center of the. That's. Look at that. Okay, that's pretty funny. So the direction will always be to the center of the carrier, so we know the exact center of the carrier is right here, based on where their noses are trying to point. Okay, so we need to increase that X and Y value though before we go anymore. I didn't realize how small that was going to be. I thought that was in meters. That is clearly not meters right there. And that was my spectator error. Okay, so let's increase this to like 50. We're going to try 38. $38 might cause him to explode though. I'm about 50-50 on whether he's going to explode right here or not.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
That's really strange. Did he fall down like that? So 35 was too low and they exploded, but 38 he's still dipping. Like, oh, see, that was kind of what I was worried about. 50's too far. Dang it. I don't know if you guys could see that on stream, but I'll show you what happened. He spawned off the side of the carrier. So 50 on the, I guess that would be the y-axis. I'm just guessing that this is the x-axis and that is the y-axis. So we need to rein in the y-axis, but the x-axis is probably okay. Okay, got it. So I guess let's go down to 36. See what happens. See if they explode on 36. And this will also help us test whether that y-axis is the left right of the carrier deck. Because now we have something significantly different for the two axes there.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Ooh, God, I love random start times. It's freaking cool. Oh, looks like that is correct. So let's spawn a couple more just so we can see which axis is which. So if we see a guy fall off the side of it, we know the x-axis is the left-right axis of the carrier deck. Okay, he spawned in the same place. That's unfortunate. Okay, so the x-axis is the left-right. Right, so we had our axes backwards. Let's go fix that. Learn something new today. So you can be 50. I'll make you 20. And seems like we nailed the height though at 36.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh, yep, that was it. Nice. How close is he to the edge though? Go look real quick. This is actually really good info because Okay, so I can actually move him back. So 50 was off the side of the deck here. Maybe I'll debug this entire system tonight and get it all working. So this is just a straight. Okay, so I can move him back to about 25, and then if I move him way over there, he'll be in that spot. Things I don't know what actual parking spot that is. It's okay. There's not so many parking spots. I can't just trial and error this. Okay, so both of those can go to 25 pretty safely. That's good. Wow, it really likes that parking spot today. Okay, so that is 50. What I need to see is the other axis. Like, how far away is the other axis at 50? I think that's parking spot number 1. I think. Okay, before we get too far, let's go test this on another aircraft carrier before I go absolutely bonkers and make sure my theory is correct about the orientation of the carrier not affecting the X and Y axis. Because if orientation of the carrier affects the X and Y axis, that's going to be awful. It means we're going to have to spawn them all within like 20, 30 meters of the center. Which, I mean, it's a workable system, but I just did not want to have to spawn them within the center. But now we have a good idea. We have about 25. Because the forward and back won't matter. The left and right is what I'm worried about. So let's copy you. Here. And the only thing I have to change is that carrier 6 to a 7. Okay, here we go. No whammies. Let's do this.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, moment of truth time. Will stuff start blowing up on this carrier? Pretty confident that this is gonna work, but I never know when it comes to Arma. Oh, it worked. There it is. Yes. Okay, so since that spawned there in the exact right spot, we know that's going to work. We'll do a couple extra just to. Oh no. These carriers not level or something? Okay, that was just a double park. That was another double park. Another double park. Trying to figure out where that forward. This is strange because there's 4 parking spots, but we can't seem to get the one that should be forward of the. Well, we know it sort of works. Might need some more debugging, but all right. Carriers work correctly, or helicopters work correctly at that zone. Huh. To the RPT files we go. I am. Okay, there's no spawning error. Because here's where I spawned the helicopter. Right here is the heli transport. Oh, I wonder if I have a typo in that object name or something. It's the only thing I could think right now. Like, why is this not working? Carrier 8. I don't know. Uh, it's not throwing any kind of errors at me. Case 8 parking. Yep. Yep. That matches that. Huh, I'm at a bit of a loss why that's not working. Something that might be easier to debug, possibly on another map or something. Let's check the airport ID. Maybe something happened there. Airport ID 8. Yeah. That is interesting. I have absolutely no idea why that carrier is not working. No error messages, nothing. I don't know. Well, I'm pushing it to GitHub because I mean the system works about 75%, and I need to get it onto other maps for testing. So consistently faster and consistent. Okay, pushing this up to GitHub, and at that point I will end the stream. And what I'm going to do off stream is I'm going to get these carrier names and stuff. I'm going to propagate all this system out to all the other missions. And I'm going to get the carrier names updated in those other mission files. And then I'm going to push all this up to the test server so we can test it during the week. That'll probably take me another hour or so. So, yep, that'll be that. But I will see you guys next week for some more testing stuff. And I'll get all these patch notes posted after I get the server, I get the other stuff done on the other maps and get the server stuff done, which will take me an hour or two. So I will see you guys in the Discord then.